my God.
Yo, what's going on? It's the unfinessable D. I got my girl Jazz and my boy Cut over there in the corner, man. We finna take it down. This is the Unlikely Show. Finna break down some current events this week. Let's get into it. What we got lined up today, Jazz? You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we got 4 topics we want to focus on. We got Julio Foolio, When I See You remix. We know that was we gonna see what everybody talking about. Yeah. And then we had the George Floyd verdict reaction that we wanted to give you guys. Y'all know Derek Chauvin or Chauvin?
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Me either. I don't care. I'm gonna forget it after this week. Thank God. We got MaKhia Bryant, in that situation where she was shot in the chest by a policeman. And then we got the Lil Mosey situation where, and for those that don't know who that is, that's one bad bitch and she do when I say something, and a big and drink Okay, my bad.
I had to do that for my girl too. She didn't know who. She was like, "Oh my God, I love that song."
I think a lot of people loved that song and never knew who it was.
And that's one of the things.
Know who it was.
Let me tell you something. Don't you know that makes for the best music when the celebrity can be the celebrity and you just like them for the music that they make, if that makes sense?
Nah, what you mean?
I think so. Y'all ever listen to like 93.3 with the white people music?
Honestly, I haven't actively listened to the radio in probably like 4 or 5 years.
No.
Wow. Okay. So there's something going on the radio right now, and it's called some music that's a little bit pop and urban. So it'd be a whole bunch of white people singing songs, and I'd be learning the songs, but I don't know who these white people is. I'd be like, damn, man, I really love that song. But I come to appreciate the message that's behind this song. I'm not saying Blueberry Faygo got that deep of a message, but it's such a good song. I didn't care who made it. I knew it wasn't no, nigga that I knew in the industry that I didn't like. So it was okay, and I love the song.
Yeah.
So now we got to talk about what the fuck he got going on.
Okay, I think that's a perfect segue. Let's get right into it. We can start it off right here. So Lil Mosey is being charged with rape, and he's wanted by the cops in Washington. He's been charged with rape, and I said rape. He's been charged, rape. He's been charged with rape.
Y'all not right.
And there's a warrant out for his arrest after failing to appear in a court hearing. Yeah, so
okay.
This all stems from an alleged incident back in January after a woman says she and a girlfriend went to a cabin to see Mosey, but claimed they ended up getting raped by him and another man. See if they got more details in here. So, can we share some of these graphic details? Like,
you could edit it.
She claims a short time. Where we at? One of the alleged victims say she consented to having sex with Mosey in the vehicle, but goes on to say she blacked out afterwards in the cabin after drinking White Claws and champagne. She claimed a short time later, Mosey got on top of her and started pushing her legs apart while he was having sex with her. She says she recalled having pain in her leg muscles while Mosey pushed her legs apart.
Damn.
So, I don't even know what to add to this or say to this, like, because you don't want to come off as like victim blaming or like you get what I mean, like it's trying to say like these women be lying and all this stuff, like, so I don't even know what to say to it, like.
So it's definitely
we got a girl here now, so we get Jazz.
It's believable. Unfortunately, the things that I don't want to believe, I've found to understand what may be going on both perspectives, if that makes sense.
Nah, what you mean?
So from a male point of view, from those kids, those Lil Mosey, them, I feel like it's still young. Like, from their point of view, I'm not trying to be funny, but they got girls in their room, and y'all know what we on.
What you mean? Hold up, what you mean by that part? So you saying Lil Mosey having women around, and the women knowing what they're on? Not
knowing that they're gonna probably drug you. I don't know. It sounds like maybe something was put in their drink. If you just drinking White Claws and champagne, you shouldn't black out. Just based off of that, you should know a limit. Champagne not no heavy liquor for blackout. Blacking out. Right. So it's just like, I feel like maybe you were drunk, and when she's saying she's coming back too and stuff, you faded in and out. That sounds like maybe they drugged, it was a date rape type thing. And that would be why someone would feel violated. In the first place, Lil Mosey them could be on the side of like, not that women should know that they doing this type of thing, but maybe like if I'm around and I'm with the gang I'm gonna want to smash you type shit. You know what we doing. I'm bringing you back to my hotel. I done wine and dined you. We probably done did this. I done gave you some money. I want some pussy. So he thinking, I don't think that it's like not justifying anything he did because they definitely wrong. It was rape because when you put the liquor and stuff into the situation and she's inebriated and she's not able to speak for herself or, accept or decline, especially the second guy forcing himself on that, it becomes rape when she don't consent to him doing that.
Yeah.
And she can't do that while asleep or fading or nothing.
Right.
So, that's where they wrong. The thing is, little boys do it all the time.
Right.
Like,
I think they falling victim to a culture that was in place before them.
Yeah.
Like the girl admit to having sex with Mosey in the car, and they admit to willingly getting drunk. So like growing up in those, I've never been in that. I'm not telling on myself, but I'm just saying that's what go down when
if
you already done did the rapper.
Yeah.
You lit. It's guys around.
Yeah.
And I think they are wrong and irresponsible for doing stuff with her while she wasn't really cognizant of what's going on. But at the same time, this is not the same as me saying, well, you shouldn't have put that little behind dress on. This is a little different. This, like, she was all the way out there and then she came back so late to tell the story. I don't even know how it's going to stick up in court. Because
now, I don't agree with that one.
What?
You can't tell a victim when they should feel comfortable to
that's
come out with
hard.
the story.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying
that's
she's...
basically in a nutshell how
No,
it
I think he's
sounds.
saying that's just
I'm
the
talking about for the facts of the case because one, she didn't come for herself. Her friend came for it. And she came forward after her friend, and she said, I'm not saying...
Don't you know that make the case stronger?
No, because she can't remember.
She's traumatized.
Listen, she can't remember.
That make the case stronger.
Listen, she can't remember, and the whole story she telling is told around her blacking out. She even said, I hit my head on something and blacked out again. Like, initially when the police talk to you, your statement is you can't really remember. You just remember having sex with Mosey.
Do you
and then
see
when you
why
come back
people
a
don't
month
come
later...
out, though? Because y'all analyze stuff so much. And the craziest thing is, this did happen to her.
No. That's not what I'm doing. Like, I'm not saying like she's lying because she came out so late. I'm saying as far as Mosey's legal defense, I don't know how her attorneys are going to be able to sell that
what
evidence.
I'm saying is, with the evidence, we're talking about the legal defense. So we're not talking about what you're saying. I am mad that his legal defense will try and fight that way you're saying.
But it's the truth of the matter. She doesn't remember.
It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, and this is what I was saying earlier about humanity. The truth of the matter is that he did it. The truth of the matter shouldn't be... Yes.
I'm sorry, Mosey.
Yeah. Hold on.
I don't think he's guilty. I don't think Lil Mosey guilty.
Hold on, let me finish. And it depends on guilty of what. So let me finish. The truth of the matter is him and that other young man penetrated her that night. Where we here tonight is to prove whether it was a rape, whether it was unconsensual. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
What was wrong with y'all penetrating me like that?
That's why I'm saying I don't think Lil Mosey, if she said I had sex with Lil Mosey in the car and we actively getting messed up, when you partying with a guy, this just Lil Mosey.
I wake up and another nigga dick in my mouth.
No. That's why I'm saying this is just Lil Mosey. I'm saying Lil Mosey is not guilty because if I get a girl, right?
Lil Mosey.
I'm sorry, brother. If I get a girl and she already had sex with me once that night and we actively getting lit, who don't have sex more than one round? So if you sitting there saying you had sex with me in the car and then we go in the house, I'm lit too, you lit too. Why am I to think that now I can't have sex with you again 20 minutes later once we leave the car into the cabin? You just did me in the car. You said this.
So
now his friend, he don't really have no defense.
They're not being charged with individual charges. They're being charged with a gangbang, okay? Yeah. So at this point, what we're saying is, I don't mind you having sex with me 20 minutes later after I just had sex with you in the car. But if 20 minutes later I go to have sex with you, and when I say I'm fading out, which is unnormal because I only drink champagne, I thought I was in control of the situation. They could have been being taken advantage of a little bit more. Molly Percocet, it could have been lot going on.
You're implying that because they didn't come tell a story for 3 months. They can't test them to see if they were drugged. What they're going off is that they're drunk off White Claws and champagne.
And that's why I'm saying, if they're drunk off of White Claws and champagne and they black out.
According to them. Listen to what you're saying. They got so drunk off White Claws and champagne. I'm saying that a person should be able to come and
tell their story without you analyzing because you wasn't there. That girl got
how is that
touched
fair
that
to
night.
a man?
It is not.
If
it's
a
not
woman comes and says, this man raped me, you can't question it?
Yes, you can fucking question it. But if you see something with two eyes, That nigga shared that bitch because he thought she was a thought and she was drunk as fuck. When she woke back up and another man was in her face, he gave him permission to do it or whatever the fuck could have happened. But she's saying she didn't give that other man permission. You have to be able to give consent. That's all I'm saying.
You know what this is like?
Even if you sleep, can you wake me up? If I wake up to your dick in my mouth, I didn't give you consent. And if I can remember that of all things, it would probably scare me to come out if people gonna analyze it like this. And this is why most rape victims don't come out. The shit is actually crazier than we're explaining.
Yeah. I think you missing what he's saying. He's not saying it in that way. He's just stating like the unfortunate facts of like
what
how
I'm saying about
unfolded.
the unfortunate facts is that's not the unfortunate facts is like court terms, and I hate lawyers too for that
it
shit.
is necessary though, because like I feel like in the future, of like if some unfortunate shit happen like this again, like the other victim would know like not to go about it this way if Lil Mosey get off. You get what I'm saying? Like you would want him to get in trouble. You wouldn't want him to be able to get off because of some unfortunate facts the way D's saying. Like,
but that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, we're the only people that can control whether he get off. So we have to understand.
We don't control that at all.
As a culture,
we have no say
he's
so
going to
in
have
that.
a jury of his peers, which are going to be white women, Asian women, probably 2 black old ladies. It's going to be something like that. You got to understand that as we're getting older, the way that we think and the way that we're transforming society is going to be pertinent to the way that the laws are followed out in the future.
all right.
So we do have to think about things in this sense, and we have to ground ourselves. If this young lady said that she was touched inappropriately and she sat at home for months talking about this and probably traumatized, people probably saw her depressed in her room, not wanting to be herself, not wanting to put on her makeup. She was violated, defiled. She got messages on her phone saying it was running a little train on the little thought in the room. That is embarrassing. So I've seen shit like this go on in Little Tampa Bay. Man, these niggas that got money, what do you think they're doing? This is for fun. Bitches is really having threesomes for fun. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is they were in a culture where he thought it was okay, but it just wasn't. In this situation, you have to take all technicality because you are making money and you are an influential person, period. You got to take all that into account. It ain't no room for mistakes like this. That girl should have had to say so on whether the other dick went in her mouth.
That's
should have had to say so.
But that's not what I'm saying, bro. That. I'm not saying that, and I'm not
saying that.
And I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not criticizing women.
3 months later,
but that's a fact. That's not me criticizing a woman for coming forth for being raped. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing, Jazz, bro. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not criticizing a woman. You could come out for rape for 10 years later. If somebody raped you, they raped you. That's wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying the fact of the matter is she came forward 3 months later saying that's when she remembered. And even in the story that she remembered, she's saying that she blacked out. That's a whole different ballgame than me saying, I'm finally ready to speak on what happened. She said she did not remember what happened that night. And then when she recounts the story of what happened that night, it's filled with, I blacked out, I bumped my head and blacked out, and I blacked out again. I'm saying, how is that going to win in court? I'm not saying she didn't get raped. I'm just stating the unfortunate facts of how it played out.
That's what we're saying the whole time.
I'm not trying to quit. You can come forward when you come forward because we just said this off air. I don't want to talk about it, but you know what I said off air? That I wouldn't say nothing if it happened to me.
Yeah.
So I understand that wholly and completely. That's not what I'm trying to get at with this young lady.
If she said she blacked out and I was on the jury, that would make him guilty immediately for me. That's how it will hold up in court for me. I know like people really be going through situations.
That's dangerous for
that's
men
dangerous,
anyway.
Jack.
That's dangerous. As a man, that's dangerous because women factually all the time lie on them, especially a man with, this is a famous guy.
I agree with that.
But listen, so just to say, well, she said she blacked out, this nigga ain't no good.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's really unfair.
I know you don't literally mean that, do you?
No, I don't literally mean it just like that. I'm thinking about I just read a whole story. She didn't just say, I blacked out, I blacked out.
That's half the story. It's worse than that.
Exactly. And that's what she remembers. And what I'm saying is, I don't know if y'all ever been blackout drunk, but there's this day at Haitian Flag Day when I blacked out, and I still don't remember what happened in that time that I blacked out. I swear to God. Yeah. I ain't get raped or nothing, but I was partying. I fell in the pool and everything. But I know that just memory can be lost, and you don't... I never really took heavy drugs. I never been in that environment. I literally would look at everything. I've been in certain predicaments, though, where men will force themselves upon you.
Right.
I
And
believe that
try
happens
to
a lot, you
run
know?
a train and da-da-da. Now you gotta, like I literally had to push a nigga because I didn't come in for you type shit before.
Yeah.
I know that shit
And a
crazy.
bitch gonna tell me that because I don't believe or because I ain't say nothing for 10 years, oh no, you came in. Then when you come, you ain't giving us the whole story. I would be like, well, damn, I probably shouldn't have said nothing in the first place. I take this to my grave.
That's why these whole situations are always so like polarizing because it's so hard to like really like talk about them without you making someone feel bad.
Y'all know how y'all can tell bullshit? Let me tell y'all, because I feel like y'all have a hard time reading women. When you can tell bullshit.
In general or us too?
Yes, I'm going to tell y'all how to. No, I'm talking about in general.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tell y'all how to read if a woman, in these cases, one of the things that will
This
help
going to be some
you,
game?
just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
She be
It's just
dropping
going
it
to be.
now.
Okay.
It's
My
just
ears
gonna be,
open. She be dropping it.
It's
now.
just going to be from a woman's standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The people that it didn't really happen to are the loudest.
That sound
The
like
people, because they had the time to make.
I knew she was gonna come with it.
Because they had time to make up the stories and everything, all of that shit. When you got the truth, you don't want to get certain people in trouble. You scared. You don't want to move a certain way. You don't know if people going to listen to your voice because you are not nobody. The people that it didn't happen to are the loudest.
They're trying to convince.
But guess what? Man, do you know how many of them win cases?
What you think about Deshaun Watson?
I ain't really explain the story because I don't know these NFL
22
niggas'
women
names.
have filed suit against him saying he did sexually inappropriate things during massages.
Are they white?
No,
A lot of them
Jazz, you
are.
can't do that.
A lot of them
Jazz.
are. No, the history of America says she can, brother.
What?
The history of America says she can ask that question validly.
White women are organized as fuck. You can get 22 white women to say the same shit against a nigga.
That's
Sad, but true.
no, man. That's
Realistic.
That's wild what you saying, bro. You can't do that, bro. You can't say that.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
The history of this country, it protects her and gives her the right to ask that question, bro. They done did it to us, bro. They done did
All right,
it.
real
Those
quick
are the-
before we
I
wrap this
see
up. Real
Emmett
quick before we wrap
Till.
this up. Give me an example real quick before we wrap this topic up.
Emmett Till.
That's old though.
I got one from
It was
2006.
organized, like everybody to the judge.
2006.
High school football player got a 10-year prison sentence, and the girl later came out and said she's like a white freshman. And her dad found out, and they said he raped her, and he went to prison for 10 years. Was supposed to be going to the NFL. Hell, it just happened to the guy from Baylor, the guy on the football memes with the big arms. A white girl lied on him at Baylor, like maybe 5 years ago, and he went to prison. And his body was so cut up, they still using him on memes like.
So you don't think it's black women out here lying on people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm
it's
saying.
all
That don't make
racist to people
sense.
lying.
That's what I'm saying. But
I think it's more common.
But
It's
when-
more chance. If you had a pie, they probably got 80% of it.
When you talking about rape and the athlete, that's a fair question.
That's a great lawsuit for them. They're the only ones that can pull it off. They don't care if a black woman or Indian or Asian get raped by them. They wouldn't even listen to us.
Y'all wild, man.
Hey,
So what did we finish on the little Mosey
Lil
situation?
Mosey.
I blame the culture halfway because I think them boys was doing something that's been done for years. But I do think the boys that I think Mosey should be okay because he had sex with Mosey. I think he should be okay because they had consensual sex in the car, and then she was kind of inebriated from what she just remembered waking up with him on her. I think he should still get that benefit of a doubt that he thought it was okay because she just had sex with him in the car. This is all at the same event. This ain't like days later. But his friend Cisco, who also got the same charges and is also wanted, she didn't come there for you, and she just woke up with you on her.
I think that at minimum, or even medium, not maximum, but medium, Lil Mosey should get probation.
He should get something for fostering the environment.
That's it. Because I feel like some people gotta say, hey, bro, we ain't gonna do this. Or, don't come on. Wait till she wake up, dog. Like, you can still be doing that. I would rather.
But that kind of like what D just said. That's kind of like the culture. Like, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying
like,
with that. That's why I'm saying the drug culture too, because you gotta realize, like,
it can be a situation like she really owned that, but she didn't like Cisco ass. I don't like why. You know what I mean?
You know who I was going to compare? You know, that's what happened to Tupac.
What?
He left the room when Tupac went to prison for raping that lady. That lady had gave Tupac fellatio in the club.
I remember that lady, the one that was on Vlad.
Right. But he left the room and she said, like, well, you set it up for these guys to do this, that, and whatever to me.
Damn.
So he actually didn't do nothing. And it was crazy. He was the only one to go to jail. That's why he felt the whole thing was kind of fishy. Like, how do these guys do something to you, but I'm the only one going to prison?
Was she white?
No, she was
black.
a sister. This was a sister.
That's fucked up.
What you mean that's fucked up? What was you gonna say if she was white?
That's fucked up.
So it's the same answer. So why ask if she white?
I wanted to know how it stuck because usually
Okay.
white women's stuff sticks. Our stuff don't stick. They don't care what we say. But that's why, and the craziest thing is where y'all think I'm saying it like in a negative way, don't y'all know that that's why we, like, as black women, we need white women type shit. Like, we like our white women. We don't like the white women that try to act black, but we like our regular white women that teach us, you know, and because they got a lot of precedence or privileges, you know, first, basically.
Gotcha.
So they know how to maneuver that shit. You know, they teach us the independent shit, you know. However, with her being a sister, it's even more fucked up. I think as a sister, you got an obligation not to do that to us, if that makes sense. It's already enough against us. So like, why you gonna help?
I don't think ain't nobody saying that shit when they done been. Is the word victimized?
She wasn't victimized. He just didn't like her.
You talking about the
The
little Mosey
Tupac
shit?
situation.
No. The other guys took advantage of her on like Tupac's name or something like that, right?
That's what I'm saying. But Tupac, the only one that went to jail. That's fucked
crazy.
up.
Oh, I
like
got you.
you
Okay.
black. Like
I got you.
You was targeting towards him, and you black. Like damn, y'all could have talked that out. So I don't know. Maybe
How
that's
you
just
gonna
my
talk
girl.
that out, Jack?
You right about that.
Shoot.
Niggas don't be wanting to talk shit out.
Jack, you wild, bro.
You
Hey,
right about that.
you
But that's
wild,
how
you
I
wild.
view it. Like we could talk it out, bro. Like
You wild.
okay, so we got the George Floyd.
Okay, so Jazz, you had a post. I'm gonna try to take it off your page and post it on the video
Okay.
about the whole You want to go to MaKhia?
No, she said
George Floyd. Okay. Oh yeah. So the George Floyd reaction. So were you guys like, was it the right call? You guys were surprised by it, or how walk me through like what y'all saw, like what was going on up until the verdict came out?
For some reason I was surprised. It kind of felt like there was, I don't know, even though it was so obvious, like they had no case. I think the lawyer tried to make the point at one point that it was carbon monoxide and they had done no carbon monoxide testing on them to even say that. That's how far the defense was stretching. You know what I'm saying? Like they had nothing to stand on, but it just still felt kind of surreal when he got found guilty. You know what I'm saying? He's a cop. You know what I'm saying? They've been able to do whatever, however, and blatantly walk away. So I don't know. Maybe it's PTSD or some type of black trauma just from watching it over the years. But and I'm a guy that like to put two and two together. Me putting two and two together, I still was wondering if he was gonna get off, bro.
And that's sad because we all watched him do it.
For
The fact
9
that we
minutes.
even have to go to trial for something we watched him do.
All right, Jazz, what you think?
I think he will still get to turn in his W card and maybe get like 5 years.
I'm thinking around that too.
Yeah.
I'll be
So,
shocked if you do double-digit years.
Yeah. Now,
Amber Geiger already trying to come home. She put in
Dang.
paperwork to come home already,
she
bro.
played too much. You know who else trying to come home?
Who that?
Man Soul, who she shot.
Mm.
Okay? He would love to be here right now.
So walk me through the verdict and like leading up to it, what you was thinking and stuff like that.
Who?
You.
Okay, so I guess I'm very tired of seeing the narrative, if that makes sense. And I felt like even watching the verdict, before hearing the verdict, because I thought like you, it was going to be not guilty and he was going to skate away and they were going to do this again in our face and we'd just be huddled around the TV giving them ratings.
I was
you
gonna
know.
loot this time.
Oh my gosh. So just stuff like that. And I think that's the only reason they had that verdict, because they're like, man, you done started a war. Oh, sorry.
You remember they was like they had done shut the schools down.
They closed schools and all
schools
in preparation for the verdict.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in case. You knew that? You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
My kid was at school.
I'm in Minnesota.
in Minnesota.
Oh, I was about to say, because baby, hell no, he's getting dropped off today. But with that, so do you? I have a question. So I felt like he wasn't going to get anything type of deal. But I do feel like the reason he got something was like he disrupted America when he did what he did.
Oh yeah, he got to pay for that.
Yeah, that type of deal. Like, this is why your brothers are mad at you, and this is why your card didn't work today. It was declined because you played with our money in a big way.
You did too much. You could have just shot him in the scuffle or something. We could have covered for that.
Yeah, we could have covered for that.
You kneeled on him for 9 minutes with your hands in your pocket. You can't even say you was threatened. You had your hands in your pockets, kneeling on the brother. Like, what can we say?
What kind of threat? What kind of animal in the wild you ever seen hold his hand in his pocket? Not even a kangaroo got his hands in his pocket.
Come on, man.
When he feel threatened.
Come on, man. So it was one of them things that's hard for them to shake. So I seen a lot of black people speaking up saying, not to try to give him too much credit for it or don't be celebrating it. It's obvious it was on camera. Personally, I seen a clip of it, but I never watched the video. I didn't have the heart to. Did y'all ever watch it?
Watch the Joy Plus video?
I didn't watch the whole video.
Oh, yeah?
I probably watched those seconds that, everybody put up, and then once it starts saying click for more, I'm going to scroll. I won't watch it. It's a lot of them I won't watch, actually. Yeah. It's somebody else's that I was just like, yeah. Speaking of which, on the day of the verdict, it was so untimely, so sad, and it's what basically made everybody lose hope with the situation. Like, hey, we just got this, but y'all gonna turn around and do something like this. MaKhia Bryant.
Okay.
She was shot in the chest, I heard 4 times.
That's what I heard too.
And then the policemen, they tried to perform CPR on her. And she basically died there as a result of that. Now, it was said that she called the police to the scene. And she was like saying she was about to get jumped, or, some girls were there to fight her. I heard she was in foster care too, so you can probably guess the tone of the situation. She needed help.
So the foster care part is important because what now?
The foster care part is important to me because maybe you don't got your mama and sister to go outside with you. Your foster parents could be like, I ain't finna go out there with that foolishness. Don't be out here fighting in front of my house or whatever the case. And these girls finna come for you. You know what I'm saying?
I got some further details. The foster mother wasn't there. And the 2 girls she got into it were kids coming back to visit that used to be in foster care. And the argument stemmed from them saying, the house isn't clean. We used to keep the house clean. You should wash the dishes. Oh. So that's what started an argument between the older 2 who came back to visit their foster mother and MaKhia Bryant. But the foster mother wasn't there because in the report, the girl in the pink, she's one of the older foster kids. She's on the phone saying to the foster mother that she need to get here. MaKhia's dead. So it all started from an argument about washing dishes.
That shit, that stuff's so messed up because it's just like, I really feel like it could have been avoided.
It's one of them times where if you're black, you probably shouldn't just call the police. You got to figure it out on your own.
Ain't that what I said?
Yeah.
And ain't that sad?
Yeah.
But ain't that what we've been doing? Like how many times do you actually call the police? Not that I hate them, but I don't know if they hate me. So what am I finna get you involved in my situation for?
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to explain the weight of that. Because he was saying if such and such did this to him, he'll get the police. I was like, I don't know if you would, bro. That's a lot of weight, bro, to just deal with all that come. Yeah.
I'm going to call the police.
He thinks so. I'm just saying, bro. It's a lot of weight.
The thing about the police, I don't know. I've had bad experience. Maybe because I was a bad kid, but I've had bad experiences.
Definitely why, I can already tell.
Well, first of all, I wasn't really a bad kid. I was outspoken, which is not bad. It's just uncomfortable for certain adults.
What age you started cursing, Jazz?
It wasn't about cursing.
No, I'm just wondering. No, give me an idea of what kind of how your brain was working.
Maybe 12,
like 3,
10 or 12.
Fuck you.
No, I wasn't like that. I was sheltered until I was like 10, 11. I was really sheltered, like in a Christian household. We couldn't say booty. We had to say backside or butt. Like we couldn't say
backside.
Yes. We had to say number 1. We couldn't say pee.
Wow.
Boo-boo. We couldn't say that. We had to say number 2, number 1 and number 2.
Wow.
So you real good for the YouTube algorithm. You program real good.
That's hilarious.
So what were you just saying before I cut you off?
Yeah, basically it's sad. I don't know what I was saying, but it's sad because at this temperature, I was saying I feel like it could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, we got it's why do we give people so much weight for a life? Look at the decision he just made.
Yeah.
And he chooses to take a life?
What you mean?
Somebody probably paid my phone bill.
How your phone in silent?
Because it was off. Because I didn't want nobody to call me.
He done paid it and called.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then if I don't answer, he gonna be like, nah, bitch, you. You what you was doing. But no. We good. Oh,
I don't need that bit to ring again, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, go put up no sound like
Yeah.
that.
Let me see it. My bad.
But let me ask you something, Jazz, because obviously it bothered everybody. The situation bothered everybody. But do you think the officer was in a tough situation, or he's just flat out wrong for how he handled the situation?
See, that's the right question right there, dude.
So do I think he was what?
That's the right question.
Was he put in a tough situation where you can question what he did, or was he just flat out wrong?
I'll answer that. Let me answer that, because I ain't been answering no question.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. I think it's exactly what it was. I think he was just put in a situation that was just a tough situation. And I somewhat see why he made the decision he made. You know what I mean? Like, the girl was in the midst of like finna stab the lady. Stab the other girl. So I know y'all say like he could have used the taser, but I don't think they're trained to use tasers and shit like when deadly force is happening, right? Yeah. So I think he made the right move, and I think it's just unfortunate for, how you say her name, MaKhia, that she was just in a rage right then at the time when the police officer just got there, you know. But at the same time,
I can only imagine the last thing she saw.
Yeah, Jazz,
what she was feeling.
I don't know if she ever saw the officer.
She probably was just like, and she probably like, and then she turned around and she like,
Yeah.
And she here screaming and shit.
Jazz,
and she just like, here like, oh my gosh.
You're not making a joke of this, is you?
No, I'm fucking serious.
Okay.
And that's fucking sad. Nobody want to go through that, not even that. Black ass cracker that shot.
Man, Jazz,
I don't know if she ever saw the
better
officer.
take a lot. That's my thing. Do you,
Jazz, you be getting too
caught
up. You be getting too caught up in the emotions of it.
I'm a female. If I was fighting, I would be caught the fuck up right now if I was shot. Do you hear me? I don't know when it can happen. It's not about being caught up. It's about being empathetic to these situations and stop textbooking them. He's supposed to be a mediator.
See,
what about empathy towards him for
what the fuck was happening to him?
He came there to do a job. He came there to do his job, and now he's being hated by people.
No. He didn't come to shoot to kill. They didn't send him out to shoot to kill. That girl called for help because people were coming to jump her.
Allegedly.
What you do?
Allegedly
called.
Allegedly was gonna jump her.
No, that she allegedly called because a lot of stuff that was the initial story, and then a lot of stuff from the initial story we know is just completely wrong at this point. You know what I'm saying? The initial story was that she called for help. She had a knife in her hand, and he jumped out and just shot. After the video, it's obvious she charged at one person in front of him. That person fell over. She turned and charged at another and screamed out, "I'm going to stab the F out you, B." And he screamed out, "Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it," before he fired. So there's a lot more to the story that wasn't initially told. And we know that the neighbor did call 911. I'm not saying that she didn't, but I'm just saying that came out with the initial story that we now know is not completely true.
This is fucked up.
It's a sad situation, and I think the bigger issue is I don't want to take the light off the officer killing a 16-year-old, but in how they train these officers, he did what he was supposed to do. I think that's the issue. I think there has to be better training. I think people saying to shoot somebody in the leg is too hard.
So everybody keeps saying better training, and I'm
different
serious.
training. I'll say different.
Everybody keeps saying better training, and I'm so serious when I say this. Y'all would rather go do 40 more hours of training than just listen to what I just told y'all about empathy, to feel for somebody. You don't have to be
Jazz,
that's not going to change. That's not going to stop people from getting killed.
So what do he supposed to do?
To be a asshole like that.
That's not you getting too caught up in it. You know what I mean? I know it's an unfortunate situation. I know you don't like the facts of like what happened with her losing her life behind some stuff like that. So how do he handle that situation? Would you feel the same way if it was a black female who did it? A black female cop who did it?
Why do I want to say yeah? I just want to say yeah off of reflex, but
it's just I feel like
I probably actually would because I feel like she was programmed to do that. She was taught.
But that's what I'm talking about when I say it's time for a whole retraining of the system because that's how they're trained. They're trained to think life or death situation. When a lot of times you can pull a gun and shoot a bitch in the foot.
That upper, instead of maybe this could make a difference.
Right. You gotta
that
stop
shooting
him,
in the air.
What?
Okay, so here's what I'm saying.
Okay, so Jazz, if somebody about to stab you, you
If
want me to
somebody
shoot?
start
Do you
shooting,
want me to
every
shoot
black
them?
person gon' run.
Do you want me to shoot this girl who who stab you, or do you want me to shoot in the air?
I think
Shoot
what
at
if
her
you would have
legs.
shot in the
I don't
ass
want
or something
nobody-
like that? Excuse me, I'm coughing, not
I
laughing.
actually would not.
But who
I would
thinking
ta-
that? This is what I'm
This
saying.
is a gun and a knife fight. He
real
had
quick.
an immediate advantage.
Jazz.
Nobody was attacking him. She's caught off
This is what I'm
guard.
saying.
Now,
This man really, what? The video, how long is the video? The total video is how
I think
long?
19 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. And like, he get out the car, 6 of those seconds of him getting out the car, walking up to what's going on.
I know, right?
And then, like
I
this,
do
it just
think he
happens.
was put in a fucked up situation.
And
right?
that's why I'm trying to bring it back to the training.
That's
If
what
you
I'm
can
about to say.
program these people.
But don't y'all know that there's another cop that would have handled that same fight? Do you know how long people been fighting with knives and the cops been showing up? Don't y'all know that there's another cop that would have handled that? It's you put your training
Jazz,
with
this
what
what
you
I'm-
know as a human.
Jazz, this lady was, she really was brushing this girl with the knife in her hand.
I feel like they already feel like we animals.
All right, look,
to a
real quick.
certain
Do you know why it's important to have we have to have these talks and we have to have the
Because if not, they will kill us. This is why we have to have these talks. I gotta have these same talks on how my baby need to act when police round too, because they might kill him if he don't act right, type shit. And that is sad. This is why we gotta have these talks. Not because they deserve to walk around and be able to make that decision whether your life is worth it today, no matter if you got a knife or a motherfucking gun. That you can't, we've programmed ourselves that whatever they say is right and we have to abide by these. Not saying that you need to not abide by the rules, but I'm saying that we are horribly programmed to think that stuff like this is just okay or justified because...
Is that what I sound like? That's not what I'm saying.
That's what it sounds
That's what
like.
I sound, no.
I think the point of us trying to say to switch the training is saying like train that out of him, train that shoot to kill out of him.
Because
That's
that
what we
could
talking
be
about.
trained out of you.
I don't think this is a good example to use that. I agree with you
This
on
is
that.
one of the best
I agree with you.
examples.
No, it's not because like I
This
said,
is
it
good.
just
You know-
happened too fast.
You know why this is one of the best examples? You know why? Do you know why this is?
This is what I'm saying. I see if the say the situation is different. Say you give him a minute of him there, seeing them argue, seeing them going back and forth, pushing each other, and then like, okay, I feel like now you got a chance. Okay, I see this can possibly escalate. If anything happened, I can pull the taser. Hit it with the taser. If anything, oh, she got a knife. I can
You
probably
just
shoot her in the
walking up
leg.
on it.
But he
You
just
don't
walking
really
up
know.
on it. You know what I'm saying? All I see is a girl with a knife. This is what I'm trained to do. Boom.
But the arrogance that they have, the calmness that they have to say, boom, boom, boom. Like this, I know I'm finna stop this life right now because they attacking. That to me is uncomfortable because regardless of what you do say, I don't go about what ifs because her life is guaranteed to be gone right now. It's gone. The what if, none of them was bleeding. Shit, she was a bad stabber. And that's fucked up. She ain't really stabbed them. She was going to. She was about to. And that's what I'm talking about.
I feel like the conversation is being had the wrong way.
Why are they running up on somebody that's saying they gonna stab?
No, but that's the thing. The girl wasn't running up on her. There's a different angle of the video. Did you watch it?
Mm-hmm.
The first girl she initially charged and knocked over, right? Mm-hmm. She has a knife. So 2 or 3 people step towards them to break it up. Then she turns and she runs towards the other girl in the pink, and she got the girl like this on the card. You know what I'm saying? The girl is totally in the officer's hand to save, if you will. Basically, that's how he has to see it. I just think it's an unfortunate situation. I think it's a different conversation than what happened with people like George Floyd or Dante Wright.
Yeah.
I think that's a little different.
The reason I think it's different is because they were unarmed, not aggressive,
Right.
Things like that. I definitely see all the ways she was wrong.
But why I agree with y'all that those situations were different. But why are we still having the same conversation?
Because
I feel like we have to stop just looking at the dynamic of white cop, black victim, and just not looking at all of the facts, because the facts can be really important for our kids. You know what I mean? Like being that, okay, this is why this happened, and this is why this can happen to you if you do the same thing, instead of just saying the white people just trying to kill us. You get what I'm saying? Those are 2 different topics and the 2 different worlds.
You don't want to leave that part out though.
What part?
White people trying to kill it. You don't want to leave that out now. You gotta have prepared now.
I ain't saying
have prepared out here.
I ain't saying they not, bro. I ain't saying they not. But I'm saying it's situations where it's clear that that's what's going on.
Yeah, and I feel like this situation got too much in it.
You get what I'm saying?
To base it upon white officer black.
All right, look now. This is what I want to know from y'all now. Okay. They saying that why hasn't people just got it to the point where in black neighborhoods you send black cops?
Yeah, I agree with that. You want to know something? Can I just piggyback off of the last thing that you just said? So boom. I won't say that this cop is racist. I think why we singing the same tune is because we know the basis of this situation is prejudice in the first place.
A poorly trained racist infrastructure of justice.
In your
Y'all
mental,
going deep.
Yeah.
And you think we go deep. Imagine how deep they really go. They got it on paper too.
Woo.
So here's my thing. They got it on paper in a badge. They the biggest gang. They walk around. Here's my thing, and I'm going to keep it above. I've seen police detain an alligator. I've seen police have a white man pull a gun, have a pistol on the seat, pull him. He trying to open the door, whatever they can. I've seen them peacefully take in mass shooters that just shot people, like killed a whole bunch of people. You still got the rifle in your hand. I mean, shit, yeah, it's a good time to shoot his ass, right? But nope, you go like the Burger King and shit. So I think I know that they know the difference.
If MaKhia was white and that's the same, nothing changed. Nothing changed.
Gosh.
Nothing changed. What happened?
If she was white,
I think this country will seriously start talking about retraining their police officers because a young white girl got killed by a police officer.
No, I'm saying
she get killed. Would she get killed?
No, she wouldn't get killed.
The police officer pull up. She got a knife.
All right. Let's get this calmed down. Hey, ma'am, give me the knife. Give me the knife. Hey, we're gonna take it a step easier. I don't want to hurt you. I'm just here to help y'all. Okay?
That feeds into Jazz's point when she do want to make it about race because I think it's an accepted fact that when they respond to white people, and they respond to black people. We get different treatment. Even black people themselves treat white people different than they treat their own people.
We don't get a split second to think. You talking about what he had time to do? What she had time to do? Did she see the cop coming up? Did she intentionally? You think if she knew that was what was gonna happen, she would have did that for herself? You think she would have took her own life like that?
No, I think she was just
in a rage.
Yeah.
So everybody got to be able to see that shit right then and there for real. That is a child, regardless of how we want to slice it. It don't matter if he knew. It don't matter because who justified him to take a life that day? God didn't give. We can't do that.
The justice system of America justified him to do it.
Oh, Lord. Here y'all go.
Hey, it ain't a lie, though.
It's not a lie.
It ain't a lie. They trained them to kill, put a badge on them, and gave them.
But y'all chalking it up as white against black. That same thing would apply to a black officer.
Prejudice officer, yeah. And I'm saying that's why I said if it was a female woman, I would still have to say yes because I feel like she was programmed. Like you gotta remember, most officers are like, they're like Uncle Tom's, like people that don't want to see
y'all gotta
certain
stop
stuff.
That, man.
Y'all gotta stop that. Now the craziest thing,
y'all gotta stop that.
Don't get me wrong. I do know officers that I've gone to school with. I know they're probably not like that. But I feel like there is a basis of prejudice within our
That's
system.
a fact. It's a fact.
All right. So about the idea of the whole, should we start policing our own communities or not?
Yeah, I like that question.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Y'all think that's what we should do?
That's what they said it was
bro?
back in the day or something too.
I think I don't like that. I like the idea of it. I think it will be some benefits for it, but I don't like the idea of segregation.
Well,
I think
first
we get
of
closer
all,
to segregation that way.
No, but isn't there little Chinas? Isn't there little Cubas? Isn't there little Haitis? Black people are the only people that act like that. Yeah. That's why hip hop is the highest earning genre in the world by far, and we don't own anything because it's for everybody, even though we created it. We're the only group of people that do that. There's little Habanas, little Cubas, little Haiti. That's little everything. There's no little African American because we feel like that's racist and segregated. And everybody got their own thing. It's okay.
We're stronger. They're stronger together.
Yes, everybody is for each other, bro. So I don't see nothing wrong with that. And I think we need to do that because the community is jacked up, bro. We sit here discussing MaKhia Bryant, right? Sad situation all in all. But this past week, 2 7-year-olds were killed by other black men. We aren't outraged by that. We aren't marching by that. 7 years old.
Look, when segregation was in full effect, let's just take Martin Luther King time era, for instance, okay?
All right, we got to wrap this one up though, real quick. So.
All right, let's just take Martin Luther King era. Basically, when they were segregated, black leaders were able to arise in the communities because we looked up to other black men. When it desegregated, now we look into the white man. Black people are looking to get rich to move into a white neighborhood, take the money out of that neighborhood type of deal. Is, we're losing strength type of deal. Like we said, a Mexican family, They're going to stay in one house, all drive in the van to go to the job, all pay rent, go somewhere. And then by the time you know it, they'll be done building a big house and everybody staying there. Or everybody got their own house or whatever the case is, but they work together until they can get it, together. So it's like black people don't really have that. And I think it's because of the programming.
Yeah. I think we got to police ourselves, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially if we talking about defunding the actual police, we got to police ourselves.
And then that's another thing. Like you said, with them two, the two children being shot, like that's so silly.
And it's all deep in the culture. One dude was shooting a rap video and the gun went off in his house. He killed his niece. Yeah. And the other dude, his daddy was out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And doing stuff in that car. So that's all cultural community stuff that we should be attacking, that somebody in a position of leadership should handle, especially if we talking about defunding the police and getting them out of the community.
When you say somebody in a place of leadership, like who? Because
well, particularly on this instance, Whack 100 had something to say. He said, "Oh, y'all not marching about this little girl getting killed." But I feel like somebody like Whack 100, somebody like Big U is literally guys from all over the country who are literally famous or have a little bit of celebrity because of what they did back in the day as gangsters. They real OGs. Like it's somebody in Miami that made it okay for Jay-Z to come shoot a video here before. It's somebody with that pull in the streets. Those are the people, because they're not going to listen to, who they going to listen to? Working dads? Working moms? I feel like people in those positions, they always talk about changing the community. I feel like they need to pull together and figure something out because like this is not the 80s and 90s where you killing somebody over a corner because that corner make 30 grand a day. This is just you from 2 streets over there. I'm from 2 streets over here. Let's kill each other. It's not even about money. Niggas are dying at bus stops. You hear me? They dying at bus stops. It's not even about money no more. So I feel like somebody
it's getting crazy, dog. Like our next topic is gonna roll right into that.
Oh man, I forgot all about that.
So, but real quick before to cap this one up real quick with the whole the LeBron James had one on Twitter. It's deleted now, but he made the tweet about talking about the police officer who killed MaKhia Bryant. He was basically saying that you're next. It's time for accountability, which he deleted it. Why did he delete it? Why do y'all think he deleted it?
Because he saw the video. He saw the still of her cocking the knife back seconds before the shots was fired.
Does that show how we just so reactive to like when we hear just those that man another cop done killed a 16-year-old? We don't even know the details. Man, these crackers out here. You know what I mean? that what I saw.
I think it's media manipulation.
Jazz don't think that's funny.
I think but before Jazz snap, I'll just say real quick. I think all of it is media manipulation because if you look at all the famous cases of black people that died, it's happened time and time again. Even there's been several, like you can go on YouTube right now and see, I've seen with my own eyes 4 other black men who were killed just like George Floyd on camera by police. But they didn't put that in our face. So it seems like we get upset about what they tell us. Like I just said, a 7-year-old girl just died too. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a 16-year-old who was wielding a knife at somebody. So it's kind of like they pick and choose and want us to get upset about certain stuff.
It is a
I don't
big
agree
talk.
with that one. You know what?
I don't want to get too deep into it. What do you think? But I want to try to wrap it up with the Boosie and OJ.
You know what I think? I forgot anyway. Wrap it up with that.
Okay. So the tweet that LeBron James deleted, OJ Simpson had came out and he made a video talking to LeBron James about it. He was basically telling LeBron James to wait for the facts.
Hey, Twitter world, it's me, yours truly. Tough morning, listening to all the criticism that LeBron James is getting. I'm a fan of LeBron. I admire the work that he's done, how he's helped his community and how he's helped his friends, and how he's been fighting all of these social issues, especially that of systemic racism in the legal system and with the police departments around our country. But you can't fight every battle. You can't. You got to pick your battles. I mean, it's a war that must be fought, but sometimes you need to take your time and be a little more patient before you comment on some of these bad incidences that are happening with police departments.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I think even if you take it the wrong way, to clarify what he's saying is, LeBron, your voice is powerful in these situations. So you can't jump in every situation because what they're going to do is devalue your voice and tear you down. Mm-hmm. So you got to wait before you jump out there because your voice is heavy.
Yeah. I knew somebody who was offended by what OJ said.
Who is that?
I'm not offended by what he said. I'm offended that he's the messenger.
Oh, maybe that's what Boosie was getting at.
OJ Simpson. What the hell you gonna tell LeBron?
You gonna tell him? But
be quiet about speaking up already.
Pause it. Let me tell you what I said. O.J. Simpson, the best example. He could tell you what not the fuck to do. Do you understand me? He got some good advice. That nigga done fucked up everything.
Yeah.
He got some good advice. So that's why I kind of uncrinkled my eyebrows. But he's like, I was like, but yeah, he has done the worst shit. So he know what's going on.
You supposed to be speaking up for our race. Yeah, I was cheering for you. We got you free. A black man got you free. The black community got you free.
We said you ain't do it. We knew you did.
And you won't tell them chill out? You need to chill out. You better chill out.
You better chill out.
Get the fuck off LeBron nuts. You better chill out.
Hey, this nigga is
You
just
wrong,
so funny.
man. You supposed to be the forefront.
Yeah.
You supposed to be on the front line for this black
for
shit.
niggas, because you got freed by us.
Yeah, I know Boosie ain't the type of person to have a conversation like how I see shit, but like what did OJ say wrong? Like he just trying to make him feel bad for saying what he said. And
so just like OJ said it wasn't LeBron's place to say that, it wasn't OJ place to say that. You see, it went hand in hand. Your nosy ass came over here to say all of that, and it wasn't even your place.
OJ's a victim of this racist judicial system. He's a victim of it. I mean, he won. He got off scot-free.
And I think that's why he should also know where we're coming from.
But I'm saying,
even when being penalized for it. In this instance, MaKhia died, and in his instance, he went to prison.
No, I'm not talking about him being victimized. That was them victimizing him. But I mean, even him beating the case. The reason why he beat the case is because they planted evidence and they lied. They didn't have to. He did it, but he beat the case because a white police officer planted a glove at his house.
So that's what I'm saying. Why would you come stand up against? But I'm saying
that he's coming from that perspective of, I know how they can do. So you got to move more strategically because I've been there.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying the second half made me be like, okay, because he's a good person too. I definitely agree with that. He would know, it's for LeBron, it's more on, to me, it's more on the scale of, look, like you said, you got influence. Lay low until you really know, because you could lose money. I said it. You got white people that's watching you, and they may not like that. And you could lose money.
And you got white people that's watching you that's mad that you speak up when they wrong and waiting for an incident like this to see, wow, LeBron, you're really gonna put an officer
the money
out
we've
there.
Made you.
Yeah, they was waiting for this moment, you know.
So they'll say something like, "We'll take the officers from your games, huh? How about that? Since you hate policemen."
Yeah, we'll boycott the game.
Let the Bloods do
I'll put together a security company quick and call LeBron people like black-owned security.
How you do blood game? I don't even want to do it. That'll be a blood game website. I put some hitters up there.
All right, so we're coming up on our last topic, so we're finna go ahead and get into our last topic. Wrap this up real nice.
All
right. So I think you the perfect one to set this up. These your people, man.
All right. I'm a connoisseur on rap scenes. Like,
okay.
I know different rap scenes. I've been on the Duval rap scene for a couple years. Basically, recently, Yungeen Ace, Spinner Benz, Whopper with the Chopper, and Fast Money Goon. The stars of that, all the names, the ones who matter is Yungeen Ace and Spinner Benz. All right? That was too many names for you. Yungeen Ace and Spinner Benz, they dropped Who I Smoke over If I Could
Smoke.
My kids love it. Like, my daughter gets excited when it comes on. Like,
wow. The Who I Smoke song?
Yeah, she gets so, she hear that, she goes crazy. Basically, they put a diss song over that beat. They're talking about who I smoke and they naming dead niggas. And this has been the Jacksonville music scene for a few years now, actually. They've been dissing dead niggas. They actually got, niggas in jail that rapped about the niggas they killed. Couple niggas, you know what I'm saying? And so they dropped this song and it goes viral, got millions of views. And one of the guys they talking about who not quite as big as Ace, Julio Foolio, he tried to come back a couple different ways, did a couple different remixes.
Go ahead. He did the he put up on the scene. I mean, he put up in the neighborhood, right? He did the
beatbox remix at they park, Melvin Park. He also rapped over that same beat. He never released it though. I think he got a lot of backlash in the comments for trying to rap over the 1,000 Miles beat. But recently he remade Fantasia When I See You. He went to their grave site, laid on the grave, and rapped about them dying and smoking on them. And
yeah.
Personally, I laughed at it, but it's because I've been following the music scene for so long and I understand.
Laugh?
I understand how they've been going back and forth. You know what I'm
How
saying?
can you laugh though?
23. That part made me laugh. I'm smoking 23. But I understand the music scene and what they've been doing and how they've been going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got little kids on TikTok talking about who I smoke.
Exactly.
Bibby, you know? So I understand that they playing with people he loved too. He got a whole song about Bibby. Like, he really loved that kid. And they walked around wearing Mike Bibby jerseys to mock his death. So in the regular world, of course, it's disgusting, it's wrong. But I'm looking at that rap scene and that's just how it plays out. You know what I'm saying?
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Duval rap scene is crazy. I think it got the potential to split Florida. Like all the Florida rappers, niggas already kind of choosing side because of the Orlando beef.
I agree with I agree on that so much. The thing that I hate about it is the texture that it creates. Like when people are trying to come up, like I need to do a song like this and I need this attention and I'm clout chasing and that's just the wrong texture to set, because don't y'all know y'all killing each other with y'all dumb ass. Y'all making each other extinct. There's nothing cute about that shit. Don't you know how good long life is and making some real motherfucking money and be able to live where you want to live and eat what you want to eat?
And that's crazy because some of them have the money. Some of them already have money, like big money. And it's Rod Wave put the interlude on his album, the Pimp C interview, and he said, and the truth is we having too much money in this rap shit to be going to war with each other. Try to put my Pimp C accent on.
That's hilarious.
But it's real, dog. Like, y'all niggas are rich. Especially with the Orlando beef, the Glock 9, the Booty situation. Like, y'all was cool when y'all was broke. The beef didn't arouse till the rap and fame came, bro.
Actually, just being that's actually a good point that you make. The reality is that is usually what does. When real money come into play, you see people's true characters. You see who they really want to be. Sometimes when y'all was broke, they had to hang with your ass. They had to tolerate certain shit.
True enough.
This person might be getting more than this person, and this person probably really did the song. Or this person might be getting more glory. Whatever the case, jealousy could come into play. All of those things when you become successful. I've seen so much, y'all. Even with the Julio and the Glock 9 situation behind the scenes, I've seen so much. My issue is, and I'm gonna keep it $150 with you, these niggas ain't rich. These niggas live in apartments that look worse than mine. And my shit's sweet. The fuck you mean?
Nah.
Now, I ain't trying to be motherfucking funny, but you know I sell life insurance. Like, I ain't fucking rapping and I ain't motherfucking selling no drugs. Right. Now, mind you, I done seen people with real money. Like, I know niggas that make millions and they motherfucking just doing regular shit, you know, at the cribbo or at the motherfucking, not no scheming shit, but like literally businesses, you know, out in the economy type shit. And that's cool. Now, I'm not saying in the rap culture, that's what you got to be leaning towards. But you going backwards when you talking about, like, you laying on
I want to get into what I want to say. They not dope.
I see what you're saying. It's causing people to do it just to come up, right?
It's causing people to do it.
They're not going backwards. That's what I said. I think the way you cut this shit off is like, I think people like us who know the shit fucked up, we can't support that shit.
Can't support that shit.
We can't even give them a penny.
Fucked up.
We can't give them a penny.
Up. It's lame to me.
It's lame. It's
lame as fuck. It means you need a song that bad.
Dude, you can't listen to that song no more, bro.
Yeah, don't listen to the song. Stop letting your kids listen to the song because it's programming them. Even at Who I Smoke, it's programming them. You don't want sons that think it's okay to go around shooting people. Now, the only thing I'm conflicted by is if y'all motherfuckers raising y'all sons to do this, what the fuck I need to raise my son to do against y'all crazy ass dysfunctional ass houses and shit?
Wait, hold up. We're getting off the topic a little bit.
Would you raise your son to be a rapper?
It's I think me answering the way I'm finna answer is an answer. Like, it all depends, bro. Like, it shouldn't even be that. It's like, if he want to rap, he can rap. But like, being that you got to consider everything, you got to be like, I don't know. And I think that's the answer. That says, the answer in itself says something about
I think I would want to raise my son to be an entrepreneur, like somebody that could get money, like a hustler all the way around. If, like you said, if you want to rap, but I don't want you to like be so eerie on clout that you start smoking niggas and getting in beefs with niggas.
I think I'll say no, honestly. Yeah. I think the culture around it is just too toxic that it's going to lean my son. For one, even if he's not on gangster stuff, he's going to want to portray himself more ignorant than he actually is to even fit in. So I wouldn't want my child to be in an environment where he has to dumb himself down, where he has to glorify idiotic things. Like very few rappers are successful outside of that box. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
in the terms of that, my son looking at Uzi and Kodak saying, "Dad, I want to be a rapper," I probably would tell him, you better than that.
Yeah. Real shit. That's
and
sad.
like when has Jacksonville rap scene always been like just all about disrespect? Because I don't know a hit song that came from Jacksonville besides
I
beatbox.
don't know too much else about Jacksonville.
So I'll say this: before the situation with Yungeen Ace, it's been a couple years, maybe like almost 3 years or 2 years, where Yungeen Ace was in the car on his birthday. The incident Foolio talking about on the song, he got shot 8 times and the other 3 passengers died. Before that situation, I don't know how deep it was on wax, but after that situation, niggas was dissing and clowning, and it kind of turned into Lil Chicago.
Now, I have a question. My bad. I have a question. Do you think that this is going to be a tough question, but we kind of got to answer it to maybe give our input on the situation, y'all. How do I even answer this question?
Man, this shit need to
Julio
stop.
or Yungeen Ace? Because I think they both need to stop. But I think Foolio is the person that may be really gutter.
Well, see, here's the thing. Yungeen Ace, like the biggest artist that he has, the artist with the most views beside him that he signed to his label, is in jail for killing the nigga Bibby that they all rapping about.
So
he's in
guess
jail
what?
for 2 murders. He just went to jail not like earlier last year.
I'm glad you say that. You know, that proves my point. Yungeen Ace is more of a shot caller in Rico.
He got the money.
Yeah, he ain't gonna no.
The feds say that, you know, the ATK he be repping, the feds say ATK stand for Ace's Top Killers.
I don't even care about that. It sound like
I heard it stands for attack.
The feds are saying it stand for Ace's Top Killers.
It sounds like he's one of them people that got money in the plan, and it's like a Tekashi 6ix9ine but black to me. Like I think he gets the pride to be able to rap about that shit after his people that he hang around did that shit. But I don't think
That's that Boosie shit.
damn.
That what Boosie be doing.
Boosie called some shots.
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
But
the
look, man,
Baby
real
said
quick.
that on their new song.
What?
That period. The song that Boosie and Baby dropped.
Ain't that shit shook?
So mild and so it's like a worse version of Suge.
That's terrible. I
But,
ain't listened to the
all right, look, I got 2 points that I think we need to talk about with this whole the way Jacksonville rap scene is going. All right, so I want to know what y'all think. Is it over or under? Is there more people listening to that type of music that are really in that lifestyle or not in that lifestyle?
Well, Jacksonville has even like people see Miami on First 48, but Jacksonville has pretty much always had the highest murder rate in Florida.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
even before the rap, it was going down.
I agree. Jacksonville is
I'm just saying in total, not just Jacksonville.
So you saying
Like if they want to, if these guys want to have like them a little Fortnite match in Jacksonville, they can do that, I guess. But like, I'm saying that like if Jacksonville listen to that stuff and they appreciate that stuff, then I say just let them then. But I'm saying I feel like the average person is not really into that like that.
So here's the issue, and this is why we're even talking about it. This day and age, the average person is doing the same thing that the next average person is doing. So when Who I Smoke has millions of views of little kids who are being
Ware
influenced.
County tonight, 3 Jacksonville men face charges after a reported ambush.
I don't know what that is. Go ahead.
So basically, when you got them influencing children, because we can't think about us that have we're not even who music is targeted to right now.
Right.
It's to TikTok. The little people who saying, "Ooh, I smoke Bibby," and don't even know who Bibby is. Don't even know how disrespectful it is. So that
R.I.P.
it sets R.I.P. Bibby. It sets the tone for the disrespect that will be allowed in the future that will get a bit shot.
Right, bro.
If they, it's just so many tones being set for
That shit-
self-destruction.
The
Well, I
music's so
guess-
influential, bro.
Yeah.
It's like a little meme I just seen, and it had a picture of like some niggas, and it looked like they was getting ready to grind,
gosh.
right? And the meme said, "I ain't forget, Pretty Ricky had you niggas out here grinding. Now y'all out here killers."
Oh,
That's
my
the power
gosh.
of music, bro. And our music is in this rap generation is going towards kill. When the killer used to be a crazy nigga.
I don't
in the
know. See,
neighborhood.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know if y'all remember when I was saying on Bridging the Rap podcast when you was there, and I was like, man, I'm about done with rap, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you get to that point where it's like, man,
what can you even listen to? Because everybody talking about shooting.
Yeah.
Even when you want
and
to,
you can't
even the
support.
girls.
You don't want to support that shit.
The
bro.
girls are coming off so rough right now because
that's a different
Rough or raunchy.
Yeah, but
it's the same vein though, because now little girls are getting the same negative influence that boys were. That
Asian
boys
the dog, Cuban dog era was like, I shoot you in your face. Like that shit is terrible. Or I had like you're women as fuck. I'm not saying like you need to be Susie Homemaker in the house, but like, girl, you don't even got to do that. Like you don't even got to be that mad that you run around here taking life. Like what? So it's sad. The tone and the temperature. Yeah.
This nigga Julio Foolio got what? He got 1 million views in a couple of,
Let me see.
He never did numbers like that before. He do decent numbers.
Come on, say that shit again, man. And guess what? When they dropped, I said, man, I was gonna repost it. Said, man, y'all get my dog Foolio the motherfucking a mill. But it was only at 67,000 at that point, and I was like, that's really far. We have to do a lot of viewing, so I'm gonna.
And that song trash too.
You think it's trash?
Yeah, it's trash.
I think both of them are.
You got to be into the details of what he talking
Yeah,
about.
because I actually like when I see you the instrumentals so well. Yeah, I think he's deserving of these views if they were gonna do it. When I say I feel like the swag is being taken from people like him, it's almost like a culture vulture thing for the young men that live in the suburbs and have money. They might got cousins that was like in the hood, so now they got a close connect, but they wasn't really like that.
That was
This
TK.
nigga really was motherfucking, in the trenches, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, syrup sandwiches, noodle sandwiches, and ice sandwiches and shit. Motherfucking Yungeen Ace, them look like he looked like his skin is great. He looked like he been spoon fed to an extent. He looked like he had a better life than what he's talking about. So even what y'all doing, you more business minded and it ain't even really you, I feel like. Nah, I ain't trying to.
Now, a lot of niggas grew up all right. They ain't even got to be doing all that.
You see what I'm saying?
They grew up all right, bro.
Nah, this disrespectful as shit from Foolio too. I'm ashamed for everybody.
So what we doing? So what we doing? We leaving it the same, or we hoping for it better, or what do we is pointless to even hope
How do
for
we
better?
get out of it?
I hate to say,
That's
but
why I
we gotta
said, bro.
defund
We need
their
a break.
ass.
These niggas need to get broke up doing this
like
shit.
we just said, the nigga never did. I don't even know if he got
Numbers
another
like
video with
this.
1 million views.
The thing is, the craziest thing is, on the flip side, I think he deserves this. What y'all not understanding is
No,
that
I think so too. I agree
Who
with
I
you.
Smoke was
I agree
very
with you. I feel it.
disrespectful.
Yeah, one of the niggas said it. Bibby an international pack now. That's what one of the niggas on the song said. So I'm glad that he was able to get some get back and some recognition
And some
out
money
of the situation. Yeah.
off of the fact that they are okay with exploiting his
And
ass.
they already up. They the
Already
team. They the side
up.
that's up. You feel me?
Already up. What's the point? Mind you, it's not even about the beef shit. It's about the message that you sending across the world and the people that's listening to you. And you just, I uploaded. I didn't even know it was going to get that many views. I don't care if it got 12 views. You telling people to kill each other. And if somebody did that to y'all, the song in tune would be danced. We saw that with the King. It would be different. We saw that with the King Von situation. It's all good when it's us saying the shit. But then when it's us actually receiving it, now we need to pray and we need to do better and uplift. No, not y'all smoking on Tuka Pack. You see what I'm saying?
Man, we
It's
look
a
crazy,
fucked
dog.
up
We look
tone.
crazy.
We look crazy as hell.
Because there's people out here right now who's commenting on this video and thinking it's funny or thinking it's
It's white
whatever
people
it
singing
is.
this video.
You know
It's
what I
the
mean?
kids, dog.
If
It's
something
the
happened
kids.
to if something happened to Foolio behind, like in the midst of all this beef and shit like that, they're gonna be the main ones.
Can't
talking
even do
about,
an interview with his
Because
ass.
they already shot him before. So
Right.
you know they gunning for him when they see him.
Right.
Did you catch that
That's what
on the
I said.
Who I
Can't
Smoke
even,
song?
Can't even go. No.
The nigga who rapped last rapping about shooting Foolio in Houston. Cause
Oh, I did think I caught that
Foolio
shit.
got
And I
shot
thought
in
they
Houston
was,
and went live.
I did. So here's the thing. And he was like, damn, we felt like, damn, we ain't get that nigga.
Yeah.
Because he was
is
like, I
it-
know them niggas
Man, that's what I'm
bad, they ain't
saying,
get
bro.
me.
Look at this, bro. Like, is it that serious though? What are they going? Where it started from? Where did it start
Well,
from?
you talking
The root
about my
of it.
dead homies, how
Do
I
you-
get back.
do
I'm
you-
talking
about
about your dead homies.
The niggas actually getting killed. Where that started from?
Oh, well, like
they was
we
already
said,
ignorant.
Jacksonville was already hot. I just think with this generation of rap added into it,
They're wanting to tell on themselves and get to the pen faster or something.
yeah, it spawned like and that's what's crazy. I don't know how
Man,
Queso
we
gonna get out of
fucked up.
jail. You been rapping about smoking no Bibby for like 2 years now.
We fucked up, bro.
Oh, that's why Queso in jail?
Yeah, for Bibby.
Damn. I don't
And
even know
another
who
murder. He in
these
jail for
niggas
2
is.
murders actually.
Damn. I mean, okay.
I don't know.
Hear
what
me
to
out
add.
here, guys.
Go ahead, Jack. 'Cause we finna get ready to wrap this bitch up. I don't know what to say to this. This shit is fuck with me. I don't know.
When someone says free someone
Mm-hmm.
and they be done killed a whole bunch of people, do we really want them free? I mean,
That's what I'm saying. We fucked up.
It depends. Now, the dude Foolio made a song talking about Bibby was only 16 with a body under his belt. So maybe Bibby killed somebody, Queso Love. So if you kill my brother and I kill you, my family gonna be like, free me.
You right about that.
Yeah, but she talking about like in general, everybody is saying free such.
Oh yeah,
like,
free these
nobody
killers.
even tied to it.
Kodak actually made a tweet that said, "How you love a nigga that ain't never killed nobody?" It's just becoming too standard in our culture.
Man, come on, dog. Like
that was ignorant.
Too ignorant.
This is what I'm saying, bro. I feel like we make ourselves look crazy, like when we allow shit like that, entertain shit like
just
that,
allow shit
and
like
then
that.
And then when some other shit happen, you know what I mean? It's kind of like.
The craziest
you can make the other people outside of our culture look like, oh, I thought that's what y'all like. I thought y'all like when
y'all
shit
like when
like
niggas
that.
y'all not killing niggas. I thought we was helping y'all.
Yeah, like, but I'm finna say, why you think they only talk about gun control when a white dude go shoot up something? Because our culture looks so crazy, they can't put a little dead black girl on the news and say, now we need gun control. Because we do it all the time. It don't bother nobody outside of the community to make them say, yeah, we need some gun control because these black people killing each other.
Ain't that something?
That's what I'm saying. So, you know what I mean? I think we can wrap it up. I think it's a it's a longer form conversation for this topic, and I don't even know if it's actually a solution for it that can actually be put.
That's what's crazy about
right
it.
Right now, we need to stop.
I think the solution is in us, like the average people who actually care, to actually start like voicing about it. You know what I mean?
To
like having the conversations about it.
It's like, what do you
like
say?
we have a platform. Like we have a platform.
I know, but what I'm saying is, of course, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, do you say like, Julio, y'all, that was lame. Yungeen Ace, y'all, it's not even like on some lame. Like it probably was cool to y'all, but what y'all?
No, I don't think you can control them, but I think you can influence other people. Like I just said, like D, you got to stop listening to those songs, bro.
Yeah.
Don't even give them a penny, bro. Yeah. If we care so much to not even like that, like.
I think that's most important too. I will take away.
Like,
I've never watched their videos.
If you take the money away from these niggas, I bet them, man. At least take the money away from them niggas so they don't have influence. And if y'all want to just do whatever y'all want to do to each other, go ahead.
It is weird that the whack niggas or the niggas that's most ignorant or crash dummies, the ones that can't lead you nowhere but dead or in jail, be like the most popular. Like, yeah, let me go follow him.
21 Savage said that. Like, you think a nigga gangster? No, he really just dumb. You giving this nigga credit for being so gangster when he's really not smart enough to think about what he doing before he did it. Yeah. You're like, damn, that nigga shot up the store broad day because he's dumb.
Dumb as a box of rocks.
You feel me? When he go to jail, he gonna be crying. I wish he was home.
Come on.
You know
begging the people outside to do shit for him when you could have been free.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So maybe we'll get back into this topic another time. With a little more time. I'll probably just make a whole episode where we talk about it and see what happens. Okay. But I think it was a good episode. What y'all think?
I think it was pretty dope.
Episode 2 of Unlikelihood Show.
Unlikelihood Show.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna wrap it up here, man. We're here every week. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button.
Like and subscribe.
You got that rolling railway?
No, see what for when we had BTR, I used to do brr, BTR. Okay. So now I needed a new sound effect, so I just do that's the money machine sound.
I just want to say purr.
So yeah, man, we're gonna leave it here, man. We out.